There's the shipping terminal, there are commercial interests, private interests, and sometimes they conflict. There's the airport that's growing now with the new Southwest Airlines, the port that's developing. He is interacting in a significant way with all these different jurisdictions and juggling all of this amazingly. And this comes from his substantial business background, having worked with shipping in international waters, and that's what he does here. What's really important here in the activities down at the port, yes, there's a road through it, but if it weren't for all the activities with bringing Kulshan and the ice cream shop, which were Ken's ideas, kind of little activities, but really important, getting the community down there, playing, enjoying themselves. There are entire families down there and college students and people my age, and everybody's down there, and we're bringing folks into that area, creating interest, and we need that to be a whole community. This is a really key thing right now, and Ken is doing this. It's essential that we re-elect Ken now, because he's not a beginner. This is no time for a beginner.
I've watched Ken work within the commission to bring what I feel is the most effective port commission within my memory. More important than any other of the local races that are called nonpartisan. The Port Commission is a hybrid organization that's part free enterprise, part public interest, and I think it's important that all political persuasions are represented here. As a Democrat, I support Ken Bell.
Ken Bell's experience is great for our community. He's done great things in the past. He'll continue to do great things in the future. This is not a time for someone new to come into this job.
I think back to when we met, and I realized very quickly that he's a guy that what you see is what you get, basically, and I really liked that. It was refreshing. He's the real deal. And I think, for this position to bring people together, you have to have that capability of just showing who you are and no agenda, and I think it brings people together. So we met in '93, we moved to Bellingham, started a family. I think it was probably a year and a half after we moved here, he thought about running for office, and I think from then on he just grew to love the community and wanted to give back. I knew he was a good entrepreneur. I knew that he had good business sense. I knew he had a lot of ideas. In fact, there were days that it would drive me nuts because he would have 25 ideas within an hour. And as his wife, it could be pretty exhausting. But I love that about him as well. So I think Ken has done a great job on the commission. The thing that I was so excited about seeing happen, because I knew he could do this, was bringing the other commissioners together. It's a nonpartisan position, and to bring lots of different ideas and lots of opinions together, I think he's done a remarkable job. So I love to hear those stories about how the three of them come together after a meeting, after exchanging those ideas and opinions and coming to some great conclusions, and all walk out feeling good about each other. I think the whole Harcourt thing was hard for him. He would have done things very differently, and I don't like to say anything bad about past decisions, but I think that if it had happened today, it would be very different. Right now, with the turnaround in the Harcourt contract and looking forward, I think he gets really excited because he's a guy that likes to see action, and he likes to see things moving. And I think that's been really difficult for him to not have a lot of influence in that way. And now it looks like it's going to be better down the road, and I think things are going to start happening, and I think it's going to be very exciting.
Local politics isn't about political parties. It's about people and what they bring to the table. We're living in unprecedented times, a pandemic, social unrest, and economic uncertainty. Experience and relationships are so important right now. And his experience as a CEO working through big picture problems has benefited the port and the city. Ken's been a great leader at the port in really difficult times. He deserves to get re-elected. He gets my vote.
And one thing that I really respect about Ken is that he's able to find great solutions through asking the smartest people in the room that disagree with him. And I find that allows for meaningful progress that is effective with the greatest impact, without the risks that come with charging ahead too fast, and also avoiding the risk of decision paralysis. So I've been in Bellingham for close to half my life, and I think about both marinas, the shipping terminal, the airport, and just the impact that not only the jobs that those have, but the jobs that are created because of those flourishing. For me, it's very rewarding to see someone that, as I look at his accomplishments in the last 4 or 5 years, I would say that would be a pretty significant list of accomplishments for anyone in a 10 or 20 year time span.
Ken, in my estimation, is one of the best port commissioners that we've had in our 75-year history here on the waterfront as a company. Ken is a seasoned business professional. He understands maritime industry and is a consummate champion of attracting businesses into our community. Ken has a lot of fresh ideas and kind of original thoughts on how to accomplish things or how to solve the port's different project problems from time to time or different community problems from time to time, and that's oftentimes a fresh perspective in contrast to the kind of the old do it the same way we've always done it approach. It's my pleasure to speak on behalf of Ken Bell, and it's important that we re-elect Ken Bell. I'll be voting for him.
The thing that I really liked about Ken was that, in meetings, he seems to be the guy that asks the question that either nobody thought of or nobody wanted to ask. So often, people are so political in meetings that they are a little bit quiet. They're a little bit reserved in asking that key question. And it seemed like it was always Ken that was asking that one question that really got to the meat of whatever issue was being discussed. Ken is just a strong advocate for this community. His love of this community is clear. The business mindset, the business skills, and the entrepreneurial spirit that he brings to it is just incredible and unmatched by anybody else. With everything that the port has been doing here in Bellingham, we don't want to see that stop. We want to see that keep continuing, and that's why I'm supporting Ken.
It's very important that we have a working waterfront. That land down there is very valuable, and there's a lot of great opportunities. And I think the current commission has taken significant steps to try to move the development forward. The time is now, and there is really a great opportunity for this community to see a variety of different jobs created, buildings built, places for the community to come on the waterfront. It's really important to have someone experienced as a port commissioner, someone who is a steward of all the lands that we have.
Okay. Ready and action.
My name is Mary Kay Robinson, and I'm supporting Ken Bell for Port Commissioner. Why? 3 reasons. His ability to build relationships, his experience in business, and his vision for our community. Ken is able to build relationships by connecting with people, building trust, and that is critical to negotiating and working together to create a solution, to have that consensus so that everyone feels really good about the outcome, and we all are supportive going forward. Then in his travels for his business, he saw an example in Christchurch, New Zealand. After the devastation of that earthquake, there was a container village of businesses, shops, and it was really bringing people together, businesses. It was an amazing success, and he brought that here. What amazing vision to take that example and implement it here. And so we have containers and food trucks at our waterfront here, and it's been an astounding success. That's the kind of leadership that we need for the port. That's the kind of vision. That's the kind of creativity and ability to build consensus and agreement. And that's why I'm voting for Ken Bell for Port Commissioner. And I urge you to do the same.